Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video about the Kotor remake, which, we all know and love Kotor. It's a very old game, but if you have been following this like me, I'm very sorry for you, first of all. And second of all, the game is kind of stuck in a limbo, to give you the short version of this whole story. I don't think even the developers at this point know what the fuck is happening with the Kotor remake. So we'll just quickly run down and, look at the status of this very interesting mess. So on September 9, 2021, this came out. It's a trailer, and holy fucking shit, it's Revan. This came out during the PlayStation Showcase 2021, and it's a fucking Kotor remake. Wow, how exciting. One thing that was interesting, however, is this name, Aspire. If you aren't a Kotor 1 or 2 fan, you most likely won't have heard of this name. And if you are a Kotor fan, you most likely curse this name at this point. Aspire is a very prestigious video game company. They have developed many classics, Okay, so the thing with Aspire is they port games. For the past, 2 decades, 2.5 decades, they've been porting games. What that means is what they have been working on all these years is making sure that Civilization works for Android, and Civilization works for PlayStation and Xbox One, and Civilization works for the Nintendo Switch, and Civilization works for iOS and Linux, and Civilization works for macOS, and Civilization works for Linux. They just port games. They just make sure that they get a game, and they have to make sure that it runs on a different platform. That's all they have been doing. And if you know anything about a port, they don't need to do anything with they don't have to make quests, they don't have to write. No, it's just make sure that fucking Star Wars Republic Commando works on a Nintendo Switch. You need a technical know-how. It's not a particularly easy job, but it's kind of easy labor compared to developing a full fucking video game. So of course, these guys are the perfect fit to develop a KOTOR remake, which, they showed when they had to... was on August 2022, in 2022. Jesus fucking Christ, could they not have picked a better date for, this train wreck? Which is hard to pronounce. When it was announced that the development on the upcoming remake of KOTOR has been paused. And if you know anything about the development of video games, the passing of a project is not a good sign. Ideally, you want to, continue working on a project. And it's kind of funny to me. It's kind of sad, but I don't know, I can't help but laugh at it. Aspire was telling its employees they were going to be looking for new contracts and development opportunities, which pretty much means that the KOTOR remake wasn't going to work out, and they've been fired. And speaking of fired, the remake's art director and the design director were fired, which, that's very fucking good news for a development project. This is kind of sounded like a fucking BioWare situation. Anyway, those are all not very good signs. Apparently, they had to do a showcase to Lucasfilm and Sony, and they blew so badly. It's kind of like the situation where you have to do a presentation and you only remembered it that same morning, and so you have to quickly cobble together an entire presentation. And unfortunately, Aspire did not get a passing grade. And it was later announced that the the development had been moved from Aspire to Saber Interactive's Eastern Europe studio, which interesting. Here it says again, it shifts to a new studio. Saber Interactive, also not, it's who the fuck has heard of Saber Interactive? I thought they made fucking printers. Later, this came out, and what this pretty much means is that the remake had been delisted from the official Sony page, which turns out wasn't that crazy. It's pretty much just has to do with licensing, the music licensing. So it's not that big of a deal. But then embrace it. Okay, so Sony pretty much came out with it's no big deal. It's pretty much just a licensing thing. Embracer just keeps their mouth shut. Like they cannot confirm or deny that they're still working on the game. I'm sorry, it's kind of funny, like how strange this is, but like I think this game is pretty much in limbo. As I said, I don't think even Embracer like has any clue of the status of the Kotor remake. So they cannot say they cannot confirm or deny if the game has been cancelled. So that's pretty much it. And funny thing is, the trailer being delisted was kind of recent. It was like a week ago. It was September 29. So that's literally the last updates that came out from the whole Koto remake situation. So thanks for watching. That's literally it. No happy ending. No, I think you should not like have any hope that there's gonna be like a video game, even a bad. I don't think we will at this pace we will ever see like a Koto remake, no matter how bad. Like even if it's a fucking asset flip Gmod like thing, it's kind of in limbo, I guess. So the only thing we can hope for is that fucking I don't know, BioWare like hires back all the people who worked on the original game. They get the fucking Kotor, like the rights to work on Kotor again, and they gonna make like the best fucking Kotor remake ever.